Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a super cute mug rug for fall. This is part of my monthly magic sew along, and today's mug rug is all about fall. Now I usually start out showing you the mug rugs that I've done for this whole year, so let's get started. Okay, so for those of you who are new to this is called the monthly magic sew along, and each month I have made a mug rug and provided a tutorial so that you can also make the mug rug. So let's review these mug rugs. Alright, for January we had a little hat. February, a heart. March, a spool. April, a bunny for Easter. May, a flower for spring. June, a windmill that reminded me of my childhood in the summer. A star for the 4th of July. In August, I made a sailboat to remind me of the vacation that we took in July on Grand Lake of the Cherokees. That reminded me of the sailboats we saw on the lake. This was a fun one that I did in September with some leftovers from a table runner I made, but I thought that one turned out fabulous. And then October was a pumpkin, and I just used scraps. Drum roll please. And November is a leaf. And this I just used scraps too, but I think it turned out great. The leaves are falling, and that is definitely representative of fall. We just have one more month to go in this series. In the comments below, be sure to tell me how you're coming along. If you've joined me in this sew along, and I forgot to mention, for those of you that are new, I showed how I put this together. It's just a binder that I keep them all in. Now for the leaf mug rug, I did just do straight line quilting, so I'm going to hold that up so you can see. Somebody asked me to be sure to show the quilting that I've done. Again, that's just a 1/2 inch straight line quilting. I want to be sure to show you the cutting the fabric cuts that I made, or the fabric requirements, or I'm not sure what that's called, but somebody asked that I be sure to include that. So you can take a snapshot of that. And then here's a picture of the diagram that I drew to help you with placement as you are constructing this. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, again, I'm going to show you here is the pattern that I drew out. This should finish as a 5.5 inch block. Well, the leaf should be a 5.5, and then we'll add the white borders around that. But here is the diagram for this pattern. The next thing I want to do is go over the background fabrics with you and show you what you're going to need. Okay, so from the background, I'm using a white. You're going to need one 1.5 by 1.5 inch square. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 1.5 by 2.5. You're going to need 4 2.5 by 2.5 inch squares. You will need 1 3-inch square, 2 pieces that are 1 inch by 5.5, and 2 pieces that are 1 by 7 inches. Then from the printed fabrics, you're going to need one piece. Now this is the stem piece, and I chose a brown, and that I cut 3/4 by 5 inches. You will need 8 1.5 inch squares. You're going to need 4 pieces that are 2.5 inch squares. You're going to need an assortment of 5 pieces that measure 1 3/4 by 5 inches. For the batting, I cut a piece that's 8 by 10.5, and for the backing, I cut a piece that is 9 by 11. So this is 9 by 11, and this is 8 by 10.5. Now here is the block that's not quite assembled. This is before it's completely assembled, but there are really only a couple of blocks that we will be assembling, and that is the stem block and the half square triangles. The other pieces are just 1 inch squares. You have 1 inch squares here and here, and the 1.5 by 2.5 inch piece there and right here. So it's really a straightforward block to make, and we're going to start first by making the stem block. Okay, so for the stem block, we are going to take our 3 inch square, and we are just going to cut it right in half. And we're going to fold it over each piece, and we're just going to finger press a little line right there. Okay. Then we're going to take our stem, which I've selected a brown, and we are going to finger press a little line right there. Now I've cut my stem block 3/4 of an inch, but if you want a wider stem, you can make this piece a little bit wider. The finished piece, you can see, is just 1/4 of an inch, so if you want a wider piece, you can cut the brown piece 1 inch by 5. But you're just going to line up those little creases that you just finger pressed in there. You're going to pin this, and then you're going to take it to your machine, and you're just going to sew 1/4 of an inch. So then it's going to look just like this. And you're going to take this to the ironing board, and you're just going to press it. Then you're going to take your second piece, and you're going to line it up with that little line. Be sure that your right sides are together. And you're going to pin this piece on. And again, be sure you have the right sides together. And you have to be kind of careful because that thin little brown strip is pretty stretchy, and this is the bias. Now again, my pieces have been starched. And you're going to take this, and you're going to sew 1/4 of an inch there. Then you're going to take it, and you're going to press those open, and your piece is going to look just like this. And all we're going to do is trim this down to a 2.5 inch square. And then there's your stem block right there, just like that. Now the other block that we have to make is the half square triangle, and you're going to need 8 of these. So it's going to take 4 background pieces. Now I cut mine 2.5 inches, but I trim away quite a bit. If you don't like to waste any fabric, you could do these at 2 inches, but I do mine at 2.5 inches. So you need your 4 2.5 inch printed pieces and your 4 2.5 inch background pieces. The first thing you're going to do on the wrong side of your fabric, be sure you're not on the front side, you're just going to draw a line. Okay? Then you're going to put right sides together. And you're just going to pin that. You're going to take it to your machine and you're going to sew a 1/2 inch on each side. Then you can see here I've sewn that 1/4 of an inch on each side, and now I'm just going to cut on the line that I drew. Then I'm going to take these and then I'll just press those open. Okay, so those have been pressed open, and I'm just going to trim them down to 1.5 inches. Now you can see that I am trimming away a little bit, and again, if you don't like to waste any fabric at all, some people don't, you can cut those squares at 2 inches. But I just add all this to my dog beds. And each of these squares will make 2 half square triangles. Okay, perfect little 1.5 inch half square triangles. Okay, so you're going to make 8 of the 1.5 inch half square triangles, and if you took a snapshot of my diagram, you can just lay it out there and start laying out your pattern. The 1.5 inch square goes there, the 1.5 by 2.5 inch rectangles go there, your stem piece goes in the corner, and then your solids and your half square triangles. And all I have to do is sew that together now. Just a quick and easy block. Okay, so as I sew these together, I'm going to sew them together in 3 groupings. I'm going to sew the stem pieces with these 2. I'm going to sew these. I sewed these 2 rows together, then I'm going to sew this piece there, and I'm going to sew these 2 rows together, then these 2 pieces together and attach to there. Then I'll attach this to this and all of this to that. Okay, so I've got these 2 rows sewn together, these 2 rows sewn together. Now I'm going to actually sew these 2 rows together. Okay, so I've got those sewn together, and I'm going to sew this piece to the end. Just pin that and sew that right on there and press it open. Okay, so there's that piece. I'm going to sew these together, and then I'm going to sew these 2 to this and press that open. Okay, so you can see how the little leaf is coming together. And then I'm going to sew these 2 rows together and then this one to those. Okay, so I have the last pieces to sew together. I'll sew these 2 together, and then I'll sew this to this. Okay, so there is the finished leaf, and I have the side pieces to attach. The top and the bottom to attach. Okay, then I'm going to sew these on to the top and the bottom, and I'm going to sew these 5 together. Okay, so now I'm going to sew these together. But before I do that, I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to trim 1/4 of an inch off this end, and this end. And then I'll sew them together. Then I'm just going to spray base these together and do my quilting and put on the binding. I think that's all going to look great together. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. I hope you'll have as much fun putting it together as I did. Again, in the comments, tell me how you're coming along with the others in this sew along. And until next time, have fun quilting.